Hey guys, what's up? Alright guys, Solid MLG here today. I got a very nice gameplay, including I have some stuff to talk about. So, right here in my notes, I have what's better, the PS4 or Xbox 720, Durango, Fusion, codenames, dev kits, whatever. So let's go down with the PS4 specs since I kind of wanted to go through this because it got my attention. The PS4 is known as the PlayStation 4, pretty much. We should be expecting no more than that for the name. I didn't know the dev kit name, so if you wanted to know that, you're gonna have to look it up. Supposedly it's gonna have 8 gigs of RAM. It's supposed to have a 2.2 gigabyte RAM spare, something like that. I don't know what about it. I couldn't find the graphics card. But it's supposed to have a 4x dual-core AMD 64 bulldozer. That's around, I think, 12.6 gigahertz, if I'm correct. It will be backwards compatible, Blu-ray. So, I want to get into the processor. What Microsoft and Sony uses is what they're called GPUs. Now, all the motherboards in Xbox and a PS4 are custom built for a GPU from AMD. AMD builds a GPU especially for the Xbox and PS4. I think they're using the exact same motherboards. Pretty much, the reason why they use AMDs over Intel is because the Intel is pretty much not really. It's made for gaming, but you're just getting that extra power. The GPU that they're using is just enough power to run the Xbox. So they don't need no Intel because that's like Intels are really more from editing, Photoshop and stuff like that. So pretty much that's what it's made for, and that's why they use GPU over CPU pretty much. And backwards compatible. Now let me get into this. Backwards compatible. We did not think it was gonna have backwards compatible for Xbox, and I'll get that in later. Now I think we did not. They didn't say PS4 was going to be backwards compatible, so everybody was wondering. Always online, that was a big problem, but it isn't. I just want to throw that in there. It's not going to be always online, so people with a poor internet connection, you do not have to have a always online. Controllers. The controller for the PS4 for sure is been changed from the DualShock 3 to DualShock 4. And now it has like a share button, a move, you use the controller for the move, whatever it's called. And that's supposed to be a very big game changer, and it's supposed to have a built-in Ustream to order the live stream videos right to Ustream, if I'm correct. Which, that's gonna take some processing power, and usually GPUs can't produce that much power for that. So, I'm just gonna say, a Intel would handle that way better. So, I think Microsoft is thinking about a Twitch thing, not a Ustream. Ustream takes a lot more power. Splitting that stuff works a little better. So, pretty much, I did hear about live streaming and stuff for the PS4, so I was a little off on that a little bit, and I was wondering a little bit. So let's get into the Xbox. The Xbox code names were Durango, Fusion, and Infinity, and 720. Now there's a debate on 720 and Infinity right now. The 720, I'm mostly think that's going to be the name for the next console. For Xbox is Infinity. That sounds great. I would really like it. Having the Infinity sign across the top of it. So it's supposed to have 8 CPU cores running at the exact same at one time, which is about 81.6 gigahertz, which is pretty good for the Xbox. It's supposed to have 8 gigs of RAM. Oh, by the way, the PS4 is going to have either a terabyte or a 500 gigabyte hard drive. I don't know about SSDs yet, so if they did put an SSD, that would run price way up, and including hard drives are just cheaper. They are using the graphics card as the DirectX 11.1 class 800 megahertz graphics processor. This is a very high-end graphics card. is I think custom built for the Xbox alone, which is I think is probably gonna make this Xbox run at 1080p. Now, if you heard, we're gonna be getting true Dolby Digital 7.1 surround sound. I'm really excited for this to put the Astro 840s to its limits now. Astro users, we all know there's no 7.1 surround sound on the consoles. It's just a downgraded 5. We had true 5.1, but it's just a downgraded 7.1. It's not true. So I really want to see the new audio system going into the Xbox 720 and the PS4. It is gonna be a 500 or terabyte. If they have anything above 500, I'm going for that. For sure. They're both gonna have Blu-ray drives for sure. I can see that coming. Both of them might have USB 3.0 for faster transferring data via USB and make games run a little faster and make things better. The Xbox controller, I have not heard any news about it yet because of they didn't really release any news about that yet. On May 21st, I think, is that right? May 21st, Microsoft will be revealing the next console. Now, the Fusion was the name. I don't really want to see that the new Xbox name. And you know, the Xbox is gonna have this thing called the IlumiRoom. I almost forgot about that. IlumiRoom. It's supposed to project an image like on the TV, but it projects it throughout the room, which is when I looked at it. I'll link a description of a video of how the IlumiRoom looks when it's been being used. It looks pretty nice, I have to admit. I don't see me using it because I'm a first-person shooter guy. Occasionally I go play some Mass Effect or something, but you know, occasionally I've been playing a little more Halo and Call of Duty. Yeah. Some games we could probably see for the Xbox 720 is Halo 5, Halo 2 Anniversary for the Xbox, or that. We can see Call of Duty Ghosts, and probably if they do make another Call of Duty, Black Ops 3. That was my guess on the next Call of Duty after Ghost. What else can we see? I don't know. PS4, we can see Killzone 4, Call of Duty Ghosts, Black Ops 3, like I said. No Halo games, of course. By the way, I'll be getting into later about Halo 5 news, so I'm not going to say anything about this yet. But, yeah. Microsoft couldn't go into MMO stage, which, you know, make a first console MMO, which would be very nice. Halo Wars was a nice, what's it called, strategized games or MMO. I don't know what Halo Wars was. I can't remember. It was like MMO status. I don't know. But all I know is that Microsoft wants to try to make a good MMO. And right here, I get a nice no-scope. Watch over the gameplay, and we're coming to the end of this commentary anyway. So, that was just the end of this commentary. I wanted to tell you guys a little, get you guys ready for the next consoles. They're going to be releasing at the end of this year for sure. You know, their dev kits are pretty much done, so the people who are making the games are ready to, you know, produce some games at launch. For sure, we can see maybe Halo 2 Anniversary, because 343, you know, needs to make a little money for the Halo 5 budget. Because Halo 4 had a really big budget, if I'm right. Halo 4 had a really big budget, so that was nice to hear. And we're coming to the end of this commentary, so please like, favorite, and subscribe to this video. Also, I'll be uploading videos, and go check out